on to our final segment of the Squad Pod. Probably my favorite section of this.
I thought that's what you said in the second part.
No, I said that was my second favorite.
Oh, okay.
So
Gosh, Andy, listen for once.
So then the first part where we actually get to know Andy, you hate that part the most.
That's my worst.
You're like, oh, I have to.
Because you guys already know me.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
What are we doing here? It's an overview.
Yeah.
It's wait, did you say that?
He said overview, and then you said overview.
I need to listen.
Well, I mean, they are different words.
They
just contain the same word.
Oh, well. But for my favorite part of this podcast, da-da-da-da-da-da, Gamer Guy Tim and Movie Man Sam. It's gonna catch on. I swear it's gonna catch on.
I feel like each time you say it, it slowly gets better, but...
I think it's gonna get better.
Mm-hmm.
Don't worry about it. It's fine. It's really fine.
It's fine. I swear.
I swear, guys.
It's really fine,
it's
guys.
Okay.
It's fine. Okay.
Seriously. So.
Anyways,
for my first movie talk part, I was looking it up online. Apparently, so everybody knows about the movie Jurassic World.
Yep.
Super popular in the summer of 2015.
I'm more a fan of the original trilogy, Jurassic Park.
Even the second and third one?
Okay, I really like the original film,
Jurassic
Park.
That's what I thought. So, anyways, so Jurassic World came out. Everybody loved it. It was like the top grossing summer movie of 2015.
Only because they had raptors fighting a super T-Rex.
Which was awesome.
Which was awesome.
And it had Chris Pratt. I mean, who doesn't like Chris Pratt?
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. So, but apparently, the new director for the sequel has confirmed that it's going to be a trilogy. And
no.
I know, that's what I got nervous when I heard that. And I'm like, okay, yes, the first one was great. I did love that one. I mean, there were some parts that were just like, what are you doing here? But it was great. Overall, it was a great movie. I watched it a few times.
Yeah.
I liked it. But when I heard there was going to be a sequel, I started to get a little anxious. I was like, are you sure you want to do that? Maybe not. And then when he said it was going to be a trilogy, I think I've mentioned this before on the podcast, is that reboots and sequels and
but Jurassic
remakes,
World was sort of like a reboot.
Yeah, but it did it right. I think it played to its audience a lot better than most reboots do.
Mm-hmm.
Because sometimes they try to be their own thing, or they try to do stuff that doesn't make any sense, or they try to remake what the original did, and it just falls flat on its stupid face.
Yeah.
I feel like Jurassic World had the a charm to it that it wasn't the original, but it was there because of the original.
Yeah, it was enough. It was similar enough.
Yeah, it was. Yeah. And, it gave a little bit of fan service to those who had watched the original trilogy.
Right. And
it gave enough to where a new generation can be like, yeah, Jurassic World, that's awesome.
Yeah, dinosaurs, let's go.
Yeah, exactly. It's like one of those things where you think, the genre of the Wild West, that's kind of died out.
Yeah.
And, I mean, they still make movies about the Wild West, but, back in the early 1900s...
Can we just take a time out?
Yeah.
And, I was thinking, appreciate how good the CGI was in the original Jurassic Park.
Yeah.
That was good.
For how old it is, I'm still impressed by it. That first scene when they, get out of the Jeep and they, look over and there's, I know. That's impressive. Anyways, you're talking about Wild West.
So, anyways, in the early 1900s, the Wild West genre was so popular. I mean, it's basically the superhero movies of today. I mean, it was
all the Clint Eastwoods and stuff,
and the John Waynes. I mean, everybody watched the Wild West genre. Everybody loved it. There was something about it that just captured an audience, and then over the years it died out, and now we still make movies about it, but nobody really cares.
Yeah.
And I feel like that's going to be the same thing with the superhero genre, but we're going to live that out as long as we can, because I love the superhero genre.
I feel the Wild West sort of stereotype out in the desert, bandits, that kind of thing may have died out, but not like the entirety of it.
Like,
you know, like space. Like with like Guardians of the Galaxy or like the new Star Wars, it's sort of like, especially like Guardians of the Galaxy, it's sort of kind of like Wild Westy. You know, it's got that feel because sort of like, you know, you're out like, you know, in the middle of nowhere and you like run into bandits and that kind of thing, and it's, or like you go and then like occasionally go to like a planet or something, which is like a town. You know, it's just sort of like, it's sort of like the same like premise, but not Wild West.
Yeah.
Andy, what are your thoughts? Wild West or Deep Space?
I mean, I enjoy both genres of film. I mean, I agree, they are definitely very similar. I mean, it comes down to back in when the Wild West movie was popular, I mean, it's true, there was, in the previous generations, the Wild West was kind of the pioneering, discovering, is kind of the rebellious thing to do, is to go out to the West. And now it's like, I mean, there is no West anymore. I mean, it's all...
Yeah, really.
California is, like, bigger than...
I mean, there are, like, open deserts, but they're just deserts. That's
yeah, exactly. So, I feel like that's what, for the 21st century, that's what space is now. I mean, it's the next place to explore. It's the place that holds the discovery of our generation. I mean, that's what we're going to be exploring. We're going to go... I mean, hopefully we're going to go to Mars, and so...
I want to go to Mars.
Man, that'd be so cool.
We actually got to see, little detour. We went to, me and my dad and my brother went down to Houston. We got to go to the Space Center down there.
NASA's Space Center.
Yeah. And we got to see the control room for the future Orion missions, which are going to be the manned missions to Mars.
Yeah.
So they're trying to put a man on Mars by 2030.
Yeah, which... So, I don't know if people have listened to the pod before. I'm really nerdy about space. I love space.
Did you just call it the pod?
I said the podcast. Did I say the pod?
I think so.
I don't know.
Can we trademark that?
I don't know, the pod. But, NASA has sort of fallen off ever since they went to the moon. Yeah. There's a lot of other space companies that I think are going to get to Mars way before NASA.
Yeah.
Like SpaceX, Mars One. Mars One is specifically designed... They're a project design trying to get to Mars.
Yeah.
And, like, they're making huge progress. And I think it's great. I love keeping up with them, that kind of thing. But, like, I went, when I was probably, like, 6 or so, we drove down to Florida, which is where, on one of the edges, that's where NASA has one of their launch pads. And I actually got to see that, and, like, they have that, like, huge, like, rolly craft that takes the rockets from the assembly to the launch pad. It's, like, 200 tons or whatever that pulls rockets across, so... And, like, that's really cool to see. Like, I would love to go down to, like, Texas and see SpaceX's launch pad, too, and that kind of thing.
Yeah.
I think that'd be fun. Or, like, watch a launch. I think that'd be a lot of fun.
Isn't SpaceX, though, like, partnering with NASA to get to Mars? Maybe not to get to Mars, but I know they're partnering in some areas. Yeah, because
they're making the Dragon 1 capsule, which is going to be landing on Mars. But I don't know. I think they're making it for someone. But I don't remember who.
Okay.
So, but yeah, because they're making this capsule that will land on Mars using rockets, not parachutes like we did with the rover.
Right.
So, and they do a lot of tests on the capsule and stuff. It's really cool.
Yeah.
I'm a fan.
I think it's really cool how, like, when they say history repeats itself? You guys know that?
Yes.
Yeah, I know.
All right. So, okay. Yeah, that wasn't a rhetorical question.
I was like, yes, I'm okay. Keep going.
So, like, they say history repeats itself, and, back in 1969, people our age, people older than us, younger than us, were watching the first man on the moon.
Right.
And then, like, that was just revolutionary, that was a breakthrough, and everything, it was just amazing. And then, in that time, like we said, the Wild West genre was very popular, and, I don't know, I feel like I love seeing how history repeats itself, not in the same manner, but like, we're going to be able to see a man on Mars.
Hopefully.
Well,
Hopefully.
I think we will.
At this rate, we should, but like, it's space, so who can tell what would happen,
Oh, I mean, yeah, I know that, but like, everything that's in the works right now, everything is being planned. I feel like there's definitely, like, we will see a man on the moon before I am 30.
A man on the moon.
Mars.
I mean, Mars. You know what I meant. You know what I meant.
But I'm a little bit disappointed because, like, when Neil Armstrong first stepped on the moon, everybody was gathered around their black and white TV, and, like, everybody in the nation was on their TV watching.
Yeah.
I feel like when we get to that moment when somebody's about to step onto Mars, it won't be like that for us. It'll be like the next day, people will be like, yo, you see that YouTube clip of that guy who stepped on Mars?
I mean,
Because, like, it'll be recorded and stuff, and I don't feel like people will, like, unless, like, whoever does it, like, live streams it on YouTube or something, then people might tune in, but...
yeah.
Especially because TV's falling off.
I agree. I mean, I think that's a real reason. If there's any reason why we won't get to Mars, I think that's a big reason. I mean, you were talking about how history repeats itself. I mean, the reason why we got to the moon was because, I mean, we were racing Russia.
Yeah.
We were urgent. We had an urgency to get there. The public was behind it. They were fine putting, at that time, a huge amount of the
Like
nation's
tax dollars,
income.
yeah.
They were fine with putting all that towards the space exploration, getting to the moon. But nowadays, I mean, look at it. I mean, the public isn't interested anymore. We don't. There is no sense of urgency. We're not racing anyone to get there. We're all friends. I mean, that's not bad.
Yeah.
But it's not gonna get us anywhere discovery.
Yeah, the competition sort of creates this.
Yeah, exactly. It is a race. I mean, yeah.
Which kind of sucks, but I don't know.
I
I'm
mean-
alright with it, question mark? I don't know.
Like, I still, like, I would watch. Like, I know, like I said, like, you know, most people probably watch a YouTube clip or something if it happens. But
Yeah,
I
that'd be-
personally will probably, like, tune in no matter where
Oh,
I'm
yeah,
at and
definitely.
watch it. Because I think
Definitely.
that'll be... Even, like, because I keep up with SpaceX so much. They live stream, like, every time they launch a satellite or something.
Yeah.
And I love tuning into those and just watching the rocket take off. So it's a lot of fun. I think so.
Yeah.
No, that's cool. So did you guys hear about the...
We got way off topic.
I know! How do we do that?
We're talking about movies.
Yeah, how do we do... I don't understand. I
Wow.
really don't understand how we do that.
It's impressive.
I
Yeah.
honestly think it's a skill.
Yeah, I think so.
But, Incredibles 2.
Oh, is that coming out?
Yeah, like 2018 or something?
Nice.
When did Incredibles the original come out?
2004? No.
Goodness. It was.
Was it that long ago?
5 or... It was early 2000.
I think it was 2006.
Oh.
Was it? I don't know. I have no idea, but I'm just...
That makes
I
me
am-
feel old.
I know.
Like,
God.
why does it take that long to make a sequel?
Because they want to do something original and innovative, but everybody's like, no, make
What?
a
Come on.
sequel.
Why aren't they just like Apple and just, you know, release a new one every year?
Because they want to be like that. They don't want to be like that. But
I mean, you know, Finding Dory just came out, and that's been like.
which
this-
I heard was not good. Well,
Did you go see it?
No, I heard it was like
I was a fan.
okay. I heard it was not as good.
Well,
No.
Yeah, I mean,
It was-
live up to.
It
Finding
was
Nemo.
like
Finding
rinse
Nemo was
and
so
repeat.
good.
Oh,
Like it was like rinse and repeat.
Yeah.
You know, but they did some things right. I liked it.
I heard it was a cute movie, but yeah, I mean, again,
Mhm.
you can't live up to
Finding Nemo was
Finding Nemo
fanatic.
was the bomb.
Yeah.
.com. I mean, I love Toy Story. I love Monsters Inc. I love A
So
Bug's
yeah,
Life.
I'm actually more of a fan of Toy Story than Finding Nemo, but
I don't know. Finding
That's-
Nemo. That's like honest. Okay, so like.
like Toy Story, they came out with like 4 of them. So
Yeah. Well, they're coming out with the 4th one.
Really?
Too.
Are
Yeah.
they really?
Apparently, it's gonna be like a rom-com sort of.
what?
I don't understand. That's what they said. I was like, what? How?
Okay.
See, this is one of those things where it's kind of like Star Wars. I mean, personally, I mean, I have no problem with continuing on with the trilogies and stuff. But
you saw
again, I
episode
mean,
7, right?
yes, I
Yeah,
did.
you did.
You're not one of the 4
Um,
people that haven't seen it.
Yeah, I've seen it. But, I mean, Star Wars was perfect after 6. I mean, and again, Toy Story was perfect after 3. If it was up to me, I mean, I understand you can make money doing that, but some things are so
But can
iconic, it would almost be better to just leave them.
So like Star Wars
just
was
like that.
good after 6, but I don't think episode 7 screwed it up.
No, I agree with that. I'm just
You know,
saying that
He's just saying
from
If it ain't broke.
From before
Yeah.
the 7th one.
Yeah,
If
it
I
was
could
good,
make a
but like a lot of
decision.
times, when they do that, they like put out another one. They sort of screw it up when it was good. But like I
Yeah.
feel like with episode 7, they didn't. They didn't exactly make it better, but they didn't screw it up. It was pretty good.
Yeah.
I mean, not worse than the prequels could have, am I right?
Yo, prequels. Woo! Love those.
I hate sand. It's cold.
I was just
and
about to
gets
say
everywhere.
Oh my gosh.
That line.
I mean, Hayden Christensen, what a great actor. I mean, what a phenomenal man. He knows what he's doing. That Hayden Christensen. Shut. Anyways, but since Tim, do you have anything for games?
I mean, when me and Andy played some Minecraft the other day,
Oh yeah. Yeah.
we played on the PS4, which I originally played Minecraft on the 360 actually when it first came out on the Xbox.
Yep.
And then that was my first introduction to Minecraft, and then I played it on the computer, and I played it on the computer ever since then because the computer edition is better than the console edition. It's just because it's the most updated, and I like the control schemes on the computer more than I like it on a controller, just because
Yeah.
the mouse, scroll wheel, and like being able to move around your inventory. I think it works better than a controller.
Yeah. And I mean,
But-
it's more classic too. It's got more of the classic features and stuff.
Yeah, but I don't know, like, I don't mind playing on the console that much, because I gotta play with you and Jack, and
Yeah.
we just sort of sat back and we could all play, versus, PC, everybody's gotta have their own, you've gotta make
Yeah,
a server, it takes
right.
it's a little bit harder.
Right.
You guys
But-
ever play on like the phone version?
I haven't.
That's
Well,
it's-
I played that.
I mean, like when you're young and you don't have a PC and you don't have like $26 to spend on the game, and you don't have like a console, get it on your iPod or your iPad. It's actually pretty fun. But like then when you get a taste of what it's like on the PC or the PS4,
I mean,
Yeah.
the PC version is so good.
yeah,
Minecraft is such a good game. I mean, it
Yeah.
still is. It's been around forever now.
Yeah.
The original, alpha came out...
2008.
I was just gonna say, somewhere around there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We've been pretty good with our years. Like, these past few days,
Yeah, really. No.
On that car ride yesterday, we were like...
So we were coming back from Bloomfield,
Yeah.
or like we were.
From the
Going.
cross-country meet.
Yeah.
And I was playing, songs from, the early 2000s.
And he was guessing all.
I was like, I think the song came out 2001, then I would look it up, and I would be, spot on.
Well, yeah, you were for a couple of them. I was like,
Yeah.
what? Cause I feel like some things just have that trademark. You can just
Yeah.
think back and you're
Yeah.
like, yeah, that thing was this year.
Which I
Yeah.
never, for the songs we have, I never really think of when the song came out. I always think of when the album came out. And it can be useful if you know the artist pretty well. We were listening to some Jimmy Eat World, because I'm thinking all of their albums. They have 6 albums. I was thinking how they came out in order, and then I was like, well, they probably came out here,
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know.
So,
I always think it's cool, because we're pretty young for ourselves. And,
Yeah.
to say man, I feel old when I hear about that. I feel like that's a little
because we have
obnoxious.
more generations now behind us. When I was 12 or something, I didn't really feel like we had a generation before us
But now we're kind of the older
or after
kids.
us. I guess it
Yeah.
is. I know it's weird being a senior.
It is weird.
Because I can look down on these youngins and be like, hey, you're a young whippersnapper, what are you
I'm
doing?
yeah.
gonna beat you up. Why? Because I can.
Especially your 2 younger brothers who are on the cross-country team that I have to deal with.
Yeah, really.
So,
They suck.
both of your younger brothers and then Sam Hanlos' younger brother all on the cross-country team. And I look at them and I'm like, I used to be like that.
And then
Not
I did something
anymore.
called growing up.
Yeah. And then I became a man.
That's right. What's up?
But yeah, we were playing some Minecraft, and then I'm also thinking about this weekend getting all the guys over, having a PC Minecraft bash.
Why do you have to do it this
The
weekend?
weekend you're gone, of course.
Could you do it Saturday night?
I thought about it, but Rob says we might go to the drive-in Saturday night. And so, I'm like, well, then I'll go. And plus, I'm working Saturday till 9, so.
What do you
Oh,
want?
wait,
Okay.
Saturday night?
Yeah.
Yeah, don't do it Saturday.
Yeah.
I've got some soccer
Anyways,
games.
I'm
up in
gonna
West Lafayette.
I'm gonna probably talk to everybody tomorrow at the meet about Friday night, because we've got the cross-country meeting, so we're probably gonna do it after that, but.
Suck.
Because, Sam's gonna be gone, so we don't have to deal with him.
Oh.
Yeah.
You're so funny.
I know.
I love it. Okay.
And then like Joe can just take your computer, so he can play Minecraft.
I think he's going on the retreat too.
Is he?
Yeah.
Okay, well we don't want Joe either. Sorry, Joe.
Well, after hearing you guys are gonna like game it up, he probably will be like, "Yeah, I actually want to go there."
Actually, yeah, Joe's like he's the only one I found that like enjoys games like I do, and I'm like, my boy, I'm gonna teach him in the ways of gaming.
Oh my gosh!
Unlike this guy who like
All about them movies.
I try to play games with him, and he's like, what do I do?
Okay, that's a little offensive.
Isn't that what this is about, Sam?
A little bit.
Yeah.
A little
Okay.
bit.
Well, that was good.
Whatever.
This has been good.
This has been fun. This has been the Squad Pod with Andy Jedley.
Andy, thanks for coming out.
Yeah,
Seriously.
thanks for having me.
We'll,
Yeah.
plug your blog again. It was www.
My radical
I
notions.
was gonna say rational.
Like the Inception soundtrack.
.wordpress.com
Yep.
at gmail.com/
YouTube.
So yeah, thanks for coming on, Andy.
Yeah.
It was a good time.
Hopefully this recording went well.
This will be
Hopefully.
the
Hopefully.
first time on YouTube we have video. So shout out to the YouTube audience.
If you're watching, you 13 people who watch.
our 4 subscribers. Because we just got a new subscriber last night.
That was me.
That was
Whoa, let's go! Alright, cool.
God, we're lame.
Yeah, we're
All right. If you're listening and you keep listening, see you on the next episode.
Bye bye.
Ciao.